Hi everyone, my name is Pietro and welcome to Traveltainment Talk, a podcast dedicated to travel, tourism and hospitality industry, as well as dedicated to all people working in industry, all professional living and working even abroad in a new destination with a new life. With the new experiences all over the world, we will meet different people. They will share their own story, their experience, their background. They have something special to share with all of us here. So if you love the world of travel and tourism, stay connected with the Traveltainment Talk. And today we will meet a special person. She's a talented young lady of the cruise industry. So stay tuned and shortly I will be back and we will hear a great story from this special person. Hi folks, hi friends, please welcome our special guest today, as I already told you, Claudine Pohl. Hi Claudine, welcome on Traveltainment Talk.
Woo! Yes, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Wow, I'm excited too. Need to be excited when you come close to Claudine, their friends, because this lady actually is really a young, talented lady, very energetic, full of power, but we go through the conversation, our friendly conversation. Really thank you, Claudine. I'm very happy to have you here.
It's an honor. You're a friend. You're a friend, Pietro.
Yes.
This is what friends do for each other. Thank you for having me on.
We can say we are friends. Actually, we have met through LinkedIn some time ago, and we keep our communication through LinkedIn. And already 3-4 years, and we are here. We helped each other, and it's really important to also share this message. I mean, great communication through LinkedIn, and then in out you can create some good also friend relationship. Actually,
you got it. And thanks for having me on the show. I love what you're doing. Oh my goodness, I've been listening to all the podcasts you've been doing. They are amazing. What a variety of people you have on there.
Oh,
huge honor. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot miss also your person. As already I mentioned it in the beginning, you are such a talented person. But we go through the conversation once again. But please, right now, can you describe yourself? Can you tell a little bit about your background, your experience?
Well, I am involved in tourism. I have my own business. It's called LEMONEIGHT. And we focus on the customer experience, specifically on leadership and public speaking, targeting the cruise industry. So any destinations, cruise lines, ports, anything that does anything with people, which is all those places. We help make that experience better. We're actually working this coming week. This is exciting. This coming week, we're working with one of the ports on radical hospitality, radical experience when you're in the port. So that's one of the things. Everything that my company does is 3 different things: high energy, interactive, and fun. It's pretty much what I am right here.
Yeah, fantastic. It's your energy, your power in speaking, in interacting with the people. And also if you go to LinkedIn and see your daily communication and post, there is always high energy and interaction, and you are a really helpful lady, and also very natural your communication. So it's very important what you represent actually. And already you answered my question. I mean, from what coming your such great passion for cruise industry? It's really something special. Also, I come from cruise industry. I am a lover of the cruise as well. But really, to be honest, it's quite difficult to see people as you are such passionate about cruise line.
Yeah, so I will tell you a little bit about that. So about 15 years ago, first, I'm located in the area close to St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. So this is one of the cruise stops here for the Canada, New England. We have the highest tides in the world. So if you look anywhere in the world, St. John, New Brunswick, highest tides in the world. That's why people come here on their cruises. So about 15 years ago, I got a call from Aquila Tours, which one of the local tour operators, that said, look, can you help us out? We need some help with a Spanish tour. Would you tour guide? And I thought to myself, man, Claudine, you love people. You know, you could do this. So that's how I got introduced to the cruise industry. Right there, became a tour guide. That was about 15 years ago. And I just kept doing small little gigs like that, tour guiding on and off. I kept going with my other job, which is I was doing training and development for IBM. So part-time, come do a tour here and there, and I loved it. Tour guiding is where it's at. You know, the tour guides play such an important job in the destination discovery.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And I love that when you can show your destination to someone. That's it. That's gold right there.
Yeah.
So from there, my passion grew, and then about 5 years ago, Aquila asked me to become to be part of their training team, and to also do their international development. And that's how I was hooked. And I love the industry. And the other thing is, when I love something, I just want to learn. I want to learn so much about it, you know? And that's one of the things that I do, is just learn so much about who's doing what. And that's what's keeping me going, because I just love that.
Yeah, like a great story, like Claudine. Also, I remember your post through LinkedIn, those different places in Caribbean islands, you know, daily basis, changing places and doing stuff, and also, you know, having fun in the meantime, meeting local people. The secret, you say something really important. The important part of the tour job, be a tour guide, interacting with the people, staying on the front line. So representing the company, the territory, the land, actually. So it's the first impression. And also, in the end of the day, the guests are happy because they, you know, were happy with you. In the same time, you also learning from the people. So in the end of the day, a great combination, great development from both sides. But speaking about cruise line industry, Claudine, you are actually among the top 40 young, talented lady under 40 years about the cruise line industry. Most recently, just a couple of weeks ago, actually, during the Sea Trade Cruise virtual, actually the first virtual ever, you were the finalist for Talent Development Awards. So something really special. What does it mean to you, Claudine?
Oh man, that's a huge question, Pietro. Pietro, that's a huge question, man. Listen, it means so much. It is a huge honor to be named among the top 40 young talents under 40 in 2018, and to keep going and to be a finalist for the talent development. It's it's really a recognition of the commitment to people. Really, I love people. I love making people believe in themselves and to do a better job. You know, everybody's capable of doing something better. And sometimes you just need to find that little thing that they need to improve in order to be that much better. And, you know, having this to be a finalist, it's a huge honor, and it comes with great responsibility. I think it comes with big responsibility to keep going and to keep growing people and to keep leading, to be under 40 still, and to, you know, be recognized at this level globally is, sometimes I have to step back and be like, whoa, is this real? But it is. And one of the things, I'll be honest with you, it's a responsibility, and it's huge. It's on my shoulders. It scares me a little bit, you know, but you just got to keep going and be positive. That's the key, and always doing the right thing. That's very important.
Yeah, sure. Always keeping the same passion, enthusiasm, motivation, daily basis. And also, I want to add something more. Actually, you are such a powerful, in your daily life, actually, that you came across behind all this global pandemic and global situation, in the way to also create your own activity, your own company. This is another great motivation from your side to do something even during this situation globally. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you got it, Pietro. At the beginning of this year, I was at a crossroad. I did not have a job after being with a company for so long, and said, there's no longer a space here for you. And it was really a punch in the stomach, to tell you the truth, Pietro. I love this industry so much, and it was a big, punch to the stomach, I guess. I didn't know what to do. I was lost, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go to Sea Trade in April. I had everything bought, and my idea was to go there and to, hopefully get a job with a cruise line or with a tour operator to be able to do some training. I wasn't sure what to do. And then that didn't happen. Sea Trade was canceled. So from there, governments that I worked with and people in the cruise industry, cruise executives said, Claudine, start your own company. And I'm like, what? No way, I can't do it. It's the first thing, doubt. I can't do it. I said, there's no way. And here, one step, two steps, a couple of governments reached out and said, could you help us in this? And I said yes. And from there, I formed LEMONEIGHT. A little different, focusing on leadership and public speaking. And all the respect to Aquila Center for Cruise Excellence. I was with them for 5 years, and they focus on frontline staff and tour guides. So if you need some tour guides trained, contact Aquila. I learned a lot from them. They're great people, and a lot of respect for, for what they're doing in the industry.
Yeah, sure. We all respect them. It's
hey, I would not be here, Pietro, today if it wasn't for them. So really, hats off to Aquila. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, actually, it's a combination of factor, let's say, that support our motivation and allow us to forward our dream, our belief. Actually, you were this kind of tour guide staff among the people every day. Wake up early in the morning, late in the morning as well, because arriving, departure. Can you remember some happening, some fun fact, or some situation that keeps staying in your mind still now after a few years?
Yeah, one of the greatest memories from tour guiding, there's so many, but the feeling when you get back to the pier and everybody gets off your bus and you take a moment, you breathe, and you say, I did it. Because you know that every person got off that bus with a smile on their face, right?
Yeah.
You feed off people's energy, right? You could have a terrible tour guide, and if they are passionate about what they're telling you, they can turn that terrible tour guide can turn that around for you, because if they're passionate about what they're sharing. But you could have a really good tour guide who knows all the facts, but they might just be into the facts and not connecting with the group. So really, for me, the biggest thing is when you get back and okay, I made a difference. I impacted those people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it's at for me.
Exactly.
But, there's so much more. Lots of great stories. I remember being on a bus and singing happy birthday to 3 different people on that tour. That I'll never forget that, right? Just special moments where you can impact people and make them feel special in your destination.
Yeah. Different things during the journey, actually, the journey that started before.
You got it.
In the end, but there is those moments that will make the difference. Obviously, is very important. Also, this example you gave about the pier, that exactly moment is very important. Some advice you want to give for those young people, they want to start their new venture, new job, or they want to approach to the cruise line industry, and especially during this time we are living all globally?
Well, some advice probably be three different things. I love talking in threes. Number one, be passionate about what you want to do. If you're passionate about what you want and what you're following, you'll be successful. Number two, research. Research is so important. Don't just jump into something, research everything. And number three, stop doubting yourself and go for it. Jump in.
Yeah.
The reason is because we can sit back and overthink and overthink and overthink, and then we will think ourselves out of that because we will make up so many excuses that why you shouldn't do it instead of looking at all the reasons why you should, right? That would be my advice. Number one, be passionate about what you're doing. If you love it, you're going to be successful. Number two, do your research because you need that research to make sure it will be successful. And number three, go for it. Jump in. Just do it. Bam! Drop the mic.
Exactly. So it's important to believe in yourself, believe in your idea. If you have a wish to go to be involved in that industry or other, but you need to believe actually.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Pietro, how could I forget the most important one?
Hey, tell me.
The most important one, connect with people.
Right.
Connect with people.
Right.
Seriously, hands down, that is the most important thing. Because when you connect with people, it might not be that one person that you're going to work with, but they might connect you to someone else.
Yeah.
Since this pandemic, how many people have connected with me? I'm telling you, I've connected with people have connected with me. A lot of people have reached out and said, Claudine, do you want to become partners for LEMONEIGHT? Like, what an honor. Like, people that I look up to in the cruise industry, big people. And I'm like, wow, what an honor.
Yeah,
right?
Fantastic.
Connecting with people is probably one of the greatest things because everyone knows somebody that they can connect you.
Yes, exactly. Connecting and sharing. They work together. With no doubt, actually, is based on some real interest to get information, to get to know people in the real way. This is very important, Claudine, you mentioned about LEMONEIGHT. It's a great name of the company. How came out this LEMONEIGHT?
How did we get LEMONEIGHT? So here it goes. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So life gave me lemons in earlier 2020, and I was thinking, what could we name this company? We came up with a bunch of names, my husband, myself, and my two kids. And I just kept saying, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then my daughter, Claire, she's 7. Claire is like a little me, okay? Like, wow, she's awesome. And she says, Mom, she said, you like lemons, because I'm always drinking water with lemon in it. She's like, you like lemons, and 8 is your favorite number. Why don't you call it LEMONEIGHT? Bam, done. Looked it up. When you're registering your business, LEMONEIGHT is available. Bam, done. LEMONEIGHT.
Fantastic, LEMONEIGHT. I am Italian, and I was born in the south of Italy, in Campania, in Naples, actually. And close to the city, there is l'Amalfi Coast, Sorrento. And in Sorrento there is this very famous lemon garden. Actually, they are speaking about travel and tours. They make also special tour to show all tourists. This lemon garden. It's a part of, let's say, the local heritage. Cultural. Representing the small area, and there is
I love it.
Farm, and speaking about lemonades, and actually just we are talking about great energy, great vibe, and so I think you couldn't make another name the right one for your company as represent yourself as well. Great.
Oh, thank you so much, Pietro.
Lemonade.
And listen, I gotta go there and check that place out. That would be cool.
Check it, please. Many cruise line, they go through the Amalfi Coast. I mean Naples, and there is also the tour in Sorrento, and I believe many people can enjoy it. Actually, took some lemon, from Sorrento. Keep in mind.
That would be so cool. I like it.
There is speaking about lemonade. Do you have any new project? You are working on some new project at the moment. How is the situation considering all global happening?
Yeah, so we are like Lemonade. I am working right now with 5 different destinations, doing different things for them. The big one that we're working on this coming week is that radical hospitality, just going above and beyond with the hospitality at the specific port. A lot of team building as well, and leadership is another big area that people want to improve on. Working with a couple of the government teams and the destinations with their marketing team, product development team, just to really help out their teams really become better leaders. Really, that's an area that we don't always focus on, but it's very important.
Yeah. Speaking about leadership, if you have to express in a couple of words leadership, what do you think? 2, 3 words.
And 2 or 3 words.
Leadership for you.
For me, to be a leader means to set the example. To be the example, to take a step back and then take a step forward. And what I mean by that, take a step back and just look at your surroundings and who is there, because everyone else there is also a leader. And your job as a leader is to really help everyone else rise up, to come up ahead. The greatest reward of a leader is to see other people succeed. So really, for me, I'll share with you a really great example of leadership for me that I knew at that moment that, you know what, Claudine, you are definitely impacting people. It's happened in Aruba last year. I was going to Aruba. I went to Aruba last year with my previous employer to facilitate some training. I was going from St. Martin to Aruba. I got to the airport. I'm coming down the escalator, and I'm down on the main floor waiting to go outside to get picked up. And I hear my name, Claudine, Claudine. I look around everywhere and I'm like, where is this name coming? Who's calling my name? Okay. And I'm like, obviously in Claudine's mind, it was for me. It wasn't another Claudine. It was Claudine here. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody knows me. So I look around and this young guy comes over and he said, Claudine, he said, I was in your training class the year before. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I recognized him. And he said, Claudine, in your training class, you gave me something special. He said, you gave me $1, a loonie, a Canadian dollar. I don't think I have a coin here, or I would show you. It's like a Canadian loonie. It's $1. And he said, Claudine, you gave this to me last year. And you said to keep this. Yeah, he said, you keep this with you always as a memory, as to remember to always do a great job. And he said, and Claudine, I'm still carrying this around. And I was like, whoa, that moment truly impacted me, because we can say to anybody, hey, do this differently, do this. But sometimes it's just that little belief, that little bit of push that somebody gives you that makes you really think inside, wow, that young man, he's still carrying it. He's a taxi driver in Aruba who was in the training, and he's carrying around that $1. Like, and he keeps it to know to do a better job, to always do a good job. Like, to me, that is leadership, to make that kind of impact. Yeah. Great question.
Yes, of course. It's I may agree with you. The ability and the motivation and the ability, once again, the interest to let the people grow.
Yes.
I mean, to cooperate, but in the same time to be able to let the people grow and keep growing also your organization, your company, and your activities actually is in the same time to make more strong a teamwork. In
You
the same
got it.
time, it's we touched the 2 points, they go together.
Yeah.
Leadership, teamwork, I mean, is something that
You got,
people must drive together.
you got it. Leadership, teamwork, motivation, and
Yeah.
inspiration. You know, that's a big thing.
Inspiration, great word.
Inspiration.
Inspiration. This is something really, you inspired me. You
Oh,
are
thank
one
you.
of my inspiration, my dear.
Thank you so much, Pietro. To give people that inspiration, that is something so huge, like when you inspire someone, it makes them believe. It gives them hope. Hope is the word. Hope that things could be different, right? And really with my business is really spreading hope, that motivation, that hope of, you know what? Things can be different.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, speaking about the cruise trade all around the corner, there is something special, maybe something you want to share with us too?
Well, yes. Well, I'm really excited to share that I was invited to participate in the International Cruise Summit taking place December 1st and 2nd.
Wow.
The link is online. It's out of Madrid, and it's the first hybrid event.
Wow.
So it's going to be in person and online, and I'll be participating, and it's a huge honor to be invited to be there. So thank you, and I hope to see some of the people come. It's going to be great. Lots of amazing speakers.
Of course. Maybe there will be some good news, because already I saw those company making some new steps.
Exactly. So the cruise industry is moving along nicely. We're gonna have cruise ships out there hopefully soon. Now there is some cruising going on in Europe already, and they have decided that everybody who goes on a cruise will have that test, the COVID. So that's great steps. It's going to take a little bit of time, but everybody's very hopeful. And you know what it is about the cruise industry? At the end of the day, everybody comes together and works together. Everybody comes together. I was just on a really nice webinar this past week. Destinations Together put on a webinar, and they had Global Port Holdings on there. And they were talking about how, the operations are taking place in Malta and what they're experiencing. Yeah, so they shared that. And this is what I mean about the cruise industry. Everybody comes together. If it's CLIA, the FCCA, the International Cruise Summit, Sea Trade, everybody is working holding hands, working together to find these answers. You can see the cruise lines working together as well.
Yeah.
And you know what I heard? I heard that
tell us.
Yeah, the cruise industry is going to be one of the safest industries to travel in. So that is sparking a lot of excitement.
But of course, from this point, obviously coming from cruise industry experience as well, I witnessed actually the life on board and the way how the hotel management on board, it's really attentive normally for a safety and all that stuff. They much care about guests and crew as well. You got it.
Yeah.
So they are very strong as a organization, cruise industry. They are very strong on this point. It's a great model to follow. Also,
you got it.
Comparing other environment on the land.
Yes.
And I have one more question about cruise line industry. Actually, in the last few years, I'm focusing on slow travel, slow tourism. What do you think about cruise line industry and the river cruise line? Because there is some, it's some difference?
There is. You know what? I will be honest. There is a huge difference with river cruises and also expedition, and those niche markets are growing.
Yeah,
They are really, really growing right now. Uh, it's great to see. There is so much growth, and the experiences that you can have are just remarkable.
exactly, about expedition, vessel expedition, itineraries. It's really something interesting. They are a small group of people, actually, maybe 40 people, 50 people, up to 90 people, for example, in one vessel, and they go even divided by 2 3 groups, speaking about tour excursions or so, you know. It's all about certain enrichment, you know. They start also to think about going to discover new areas, quite remote island, you know.
Exactly. Yes. And that's it. It has been happening before COVID too. It has been happening, like a lot of destinations. If you take a look, they have the World Cruise that's
Yeah.
coming up, and it's already sold out. The
Oh,
World Cruise, I heard that at C3 Cruise Global.
yeah,
It's amazing, and that's, you know, that's a small cruise line as well. It's something that is going to continue to grow.
I love
And
it. I love
you
it.
love it. I know
I
that's your
love it
passion.
inside. It's really, you know, a small environment, and, you know, personalizing the services is very important. This part.
Yeah. What we have to remember is that there's people who love that, and there's people who love the bigger ships as well. Because you have all that entertainment inside of the ships too, right? So the big ships is more about what's going on inside of the ship. The smaller ships is more about what's going on in the destination.
About entertainment, there is a huge design and activities, even more now with this bigger ship. There is something really special, unique.
You got it.
Yeah. The experience already is, you know, being inside, being on board already is a kind of entertainmental experience already. Claudine, well, in the beginning, we say something about your beautiful city, the beautiful port. You are located in Canada, in St. John.
Yes. I live about, let's say, about half an hour, 40 minutes out of St. John, but St. John is our main port. We also have some amazing niche ports in this area as well. Like St. Andrews, New Brunswick is approximately, let's say, about 20 minutes from me. It's a beautiful niche port. It has been experiencing some smaller ships, expedition ships coming to visit there. We have the highest tides in the world. So if any listeners out there, come check out Canada, New England area. Lots to explore here. Not only New Brunswick, we have Nova Scotia, PEI, Prince Edward Island. Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful
fantastic.
areas.
Yeah, I imagine how is the place there, but certainly the feeling from what you are saying, it's really, we say incantevole. It's something special, really. Claudine, I would love to say many things, you know. We need eventually couple of hours more. I know you are busy, you have your things to do. Once again, we are appreciating your time.
Thank you so much, Pietro.
It's our pleasure. And can you give those links about LEMONEIGHT and some contact details, something?
Yes. Yeah. So our website, LEMONEIGHT, www.lemoneight-consulting.com. And really, if you have any of your listeners have any feedback on the website on how we can make it better, please let us know. Because listen, the only way we get better is to learn from other people, right?
Sure.
So any feedback, or if anybody needs anything, let us know. And as well, I'll share that link for the cruise summit coming up. That's a great event.
Yeah, sure. Please, we can also go through YouTube channel, of course.
Yes.
If there is people watching, they have a chance to see again eventually, and over the podcast. We can go through LinkedIn and those social platforms as well. So it's important. And thank you for sharing with us. My dear, it was really nice, this friendly chat with you, and I hope to see you again, to speak with you again. We will follow your adventure out there with the lemonades, and we're going to share our conversation very soon. There is few people coming in weekly basis, so usually we will post a weekly basis through the LinkedIn and other social. Thank you very much once again. It was really nice. Here we are with Miss Claudine Pohl, one of the most young, talented lady among top 40 women of the cruise industry under 40, and most recently the finalist of Talent Development Awards 2020. We go in the end, Claudine, with a special year to share with everybody our positivity. Are you ready? 1,
Yes.
2, 3. Yeah!
Yeah!
And stay tuned with the Traveltainment talk for the next episode.